Grave Digger Queen signing on for tonight. I'm walking underneath this starry sky and I'm wondering, what up with God? Is he still there? Has he ever been there? Look here, children, I've been here a long time and there are so few believers, and the ones that do believe, I don't really know what they believing in. What is the Almighty? I wonder. Well, all that being said, I have a tale for you tonight. Two friends getting together after a long time away, doing a thing that nobody would expect. Well, maybe you might if you're really clever. Pull up a chair. Listen, I'm gonna spark this candle, and by the candlelight, I will tell you the tale. When we're done, you're gonna have a different perspective on life. The name of this story tonight is called Sprites by Mocho Shelby. See you around, kids.
Blackness engulfed the dense forested landscape. There in the clearing was a lone car with windows fogged. The 20-somethings heard the call of their hormones in the wilds. Alyssa stopped abruptly. I heard something. Me too. It was us, breaking the shocks. Petey pushed Elisa's head down, urging her to use her mouth for something other than talking. Whatever happens next is on you, she said between breaths. I'll risk it, Petey said with desperation in his voice. Alicia continued with her sex, then stopped. Petey looked down, and instead of the flawless face of a blonde bombshell, he saw the blood-soaked visage of a mutant beast with teeth and rows like a piranha and the dead black eyes of a shark. She spit out what was left of his manhood, bouncing the member off his face. She cackled with an unholy vigor, yet Petey had an alien reaction. His face transformed into an ungodly mockery, which ran counterclockwise to the concept of God's love. With monstrous teeth of his own, he ripped into Elisa's arm until the bone cracked. He grabbed her arm and finished the job, tearing the arm completely. Bart Zulatag? Elisa growled. Petey narrowed his eyes suspiciously. The moment of extreme violence was brought to a momentary halt. It's Cartamezzo, said Elisa. Petey handed the unholy creature her arm back as casually as someone giving back a foul ball that rolled out of bounds. Alicia absent-mindedly reached for the door handle, then chuckled to herself. Petey opened the door for her, almost like a gentleman might. The two monstrous abominations leaned on the Toyota Tacoma and shared in a cigarette, passing it between each other. So out of all the people you came after, why in the fuck did you come for me? Said Petey. I was going to ask you the same question. Seems like a 1 in a million shot. The two let a moment pass between them, allowing the air to settle. Their blood seeped slowly from their wounds, and both seemed largely unaffected. How long has it been anyway, Bart? Said Carter while passing the bloody cigarette. Bart Zulatag took a long pull. Like Croatia, we were making a plague and eating villagers that wandered off. Cartamezzo smiled with her disfigured blood-stained teeth. Oh yeah, that was fun. Honestly, this isn't isolated. I heard Dodukala had a similar issue a few months ago. Really? That makes no sense at all. There aren't more than 100 of us in this dimension at any given time. The odds of us casually running into each other like this... Carter shook her head in the negative. So this must be some sort of fuckery. Do you think angels are doing this? Questioned Bart. Maybe. I don't see why or what they'd get out of it. It doesn't feel like them. It feels too personal, too specific. Bart stopped smoking to think for a moment. This being as odd as it is, maybe we should team up for a little while and figure it out. Cartamezzo nodded. I can do that. I mean, I'll have to get a new body because some asshole ripped off my arm. I do too, because some bitch gnawed my dick off. The two let a moment slip by before they shared in a hearty laugh. The bedroom was filled with an unholy fog, even though the phenomenon seemed to be more suited for a lonesome harbor. The smell of blood and candles wafted on the air. Breaking the unusual tranquility came a sudden jolt of light behind a door that flung open wide. The billowing white mist rushed out almost as if in fear, and the form of a man came barreling inside. His hair was long and stark white, with strands that wiggled like worms taken by the power of electricity. Its clear white eyes reflected the eerie, rippling blue streaks, and its jagged teeth were so massive it was in the throes of an eternal smile. It wore a patchwork black leather jacket and screamed in an inhuman screech. Two people sat on the hardwood floor next to the perfectly aligned and constructed summoning circle. It was, or could very well be, a mother in her 40s and a 20-something son, or a Wiccan woman and her boy toy. What they were to each other was a mystery, a question mark. But what was certain was the angry beast looming over them. "Who dares summon me?" the animated beast growled. "It's Barzula Tag and Carter Mezzo," said the unassuming woman. The fog all but rolled out, and the flickering chaos of random electrical phenomenon ceased. The demonic man's face returned back to that of any man. "Damn, how long has it been?" said Dodacula. 400 years, Croatia," Bart explained. Right, the plague, so why'd you summon me?" "We were curious if you had any idea who got together with that other demon. I just heard a rumor. I don't remember who it was," said Carter as the middle-aged white lady. "Why," Bart answered, "happened to us too." "I wouldn't go barking up that tree. Azulaf and I got connected through some dating app and wound up tearing each other apart. Azul went off looking to figure out how it happened, and let's just say I haven't heard from her since." "You didn't even feel the least bit curious?" asked Carter. "That's all I felt was the least bit, so I left it alone," Duda replied. "Seeing that it happened again, does that spark your curiosity now?" Bart asked. "No, not really. If it's something I need to know, the universe will decide if I should know it. Now, if you would, I'm being summoned to a cornfield in Nebraska," said Duda while giving the two a mock salute. He stepped back into the receding mist and dissipated like vapor. "Maybe Duda is right. Maybe we weren't meant to know," said Bart. "I disagree with that position. We are the apex predators of this dimension. There is and should not be anyone that is above us. I intend to figure out who dares manipulate us. If you are a coward and choose not to continue, that is your right." Bart did not like the idea of having his courage questioned, and the assault on his pride could not go unavenged.
Well, children, I'm gonna have to put a pin in this story of demons and diabolical deeds. Do join us for part 2.